Yes, yes. The trouble with today's youth is the Beatles. When the older generation was the younger generation, it was different. We had fun, but we were sensible.
Ringo, Paul, George, John.
In the morning, 5:30 to see them, and all they do is push you farther and farther away, and then they don't even let you see them.
I got every Beatle record at home, every Beatle record. We didn't get to see it. What kind of police protection? Yeah.
You officers that are stationed in front of the stage behind the barricade, you will go to Mr. Morris Shapiro, the first aid man, and he will furnish you with earplugs so as to keep you from having a headache. If he runs out of earplugs, he has got some cotton. You can use that. We have a detention room set up within the Coliseum. Any person that you arrest for ejection will be brought to room D. Is that understood? You will take the names, the addresses, and the telephone numbers. We will not allow any dancing, running up and down the aisle. Is that clear with everybody?
I'm going Sunday. Just to see the reaction of the audience. I think that's even more important, I think.
And they made 2 great pictures. So I guess they're great.
What do you want?
Oh, well, what are you going to do in there, Groucho? Are you going in to listen to Beatles?
I'm going in and get drunk.
You wouldn't dare. Are you really?
Of course I am.
Brought the charming family with you?
Whenever I can get a free drink, I'll go anywhere.
You bet your life.
That's a very funny answer.
What do you like best about America?
I don't know. Everything.
Can't you just tell us one thing?
I like the American audience.
Thanks, George. And Ringo, what do you like best about America?
I think it's the size and the pace of it, you know, it's so different to Britain. It knocks me out, you know.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Paul, and you?
What did you want to do before you became a Beatle?
Nothing. I didn't want to do anything else. Honest.
What do you like best about America?
The music. American music.
How does that differ from your music, English?
It's better, I think. You know, the kind of stuff we like the American colored groups and things. That's better. And also it's on every minute of the day. You know, in England it's only on, say, for a couple of hours. It's on all the time here.
Thanks, Paul. John, what did you want to do before you became a Beatle?
Nothing really. I just wanted to be rich, you see. But I wanted to be a Beatle mainly.
What do you define as a Beatle?
That's what we are, you know. A group, singing and selling records. That's what I wanted to do.
How would you define Beatlemania?
I couldn't define it. You know, a lot of people have tried. I'm not going to try. Leave it to the psychologists and let them get it wrong.
John thought of the name Beatles, and he'll tell you about it now.
It means Beatles, doesn't it? You know, that's just a name. You know, like shoe. It means shoe.
The shoes.
You see, we could have been called the Shoes for all you know.
Ladies and gentlemen,
511.
the question here.
Tell Murray to cut that crap out.
Cut that crap out! Hey, Murray! Is that a question?
Suzanne Davis says you guys are nothing but a bunch of British Elvis Presleys.
He must be blind. It's not true. It's not true.
These are the fantastic scenes outside Liverpool Town Hall just after the Beatles arrived. The casualties, they've been put at about 100 by the St. John ambulance men. They're falling like ninepins, the crush barriers are giving way. Liverpool's never seen anything like this. What's it feel like to come back to a big civic reception like this?
Very nice.
Did you ever imagine that this day was coming?
Never like this.
A pop music newspaper, which started in Liverpool 2 years ago with a capital of £200, now claims to sell 25,000 copies every fortnight. Its editor, Bill Harry.
When we started in Merseybeat 2 years ago, the Beatles were tying the mics to broomsticks. They had long haircuts and rather an untidy form of dress. All over Merseyside, the groups were wearing jeans on stage, were very sloppy, long haircuts. Worst of all, they were actually swearing on stage. So we wrote some editorials. Get your haircut. Don't smoke on stage. Stop swearing. And we found that the groups did take notice. Smart suits on stage, a more professional outlook. And rock and roll became more of a major industry than just a hobby.
I hope to have enough money to go into a business of my own by the time we do flop.
Well, obviously we can't keep playing the same sort of music until we're about 40.
I've always fancied having a lady's hairdresser, selling, you know, a string of them, in fact.
And now may we have our next contestant, please. Will you come in, sir? Will you tell our panel, please, what your name is and where you are from?
I'm Pete Best, and I'm from West Derby in Lancashire.
Peter Best, and he is from West Derby, Lancashire, England. Now, Peter, if you'll whisper your secret to me, we'll show it at the same time to our audience at home. And here we go. You mean you came all the way from England just to tell us that? Oh, boy. You ever had one of those days? Well, panel, to help you classify Peter Best's secret, the clue concerns something he did. We'll start the questioning, please, with Bess Myers.
Well, one thing you did, Peter, was avoid getting a haircut in recent days. Does this have anything to do with your secret?
A little.
Could you be a new kind of bug that we've imported from England?
I might be.
Do you sing, by the way?
No.
No. Do you have anything to do with your predecessors, with the Beatles at all?
Yeah.
You do?
Answer to that is yes. $20 down, $60 to go. We go, please, to Bill Cullen.
Well, the Beatles did or do come from Lancaster.
Lancashire.
Lancashire, do they not? Yeah. Do you have anything to do with the Beatles' hairdo?
No, no.
Oh, heck, I was hoping you were their barber.
I just...
That blows my next 5 questions, Alice. Did you have anything personally to do with the Beatles?
Yeah.
Do you still?
Do you still have anything to do with the last question?
Vaguely.
Just socially.
Oh.
All right. So now we've got 40 down and 40 to go, and we go, please, to Betsy.
Did there used to be 5 Beatles, Peter?
Yeah.
And you were one of them?
That's it.
Peter Best came all the way from England to tell us that 2 years ago he made a big career move. He left his job, which is not in itself unusual, except for one little thing. The job he had was as the drummer.
Oh, my, Ringo.
He was Ringo's predecessor in the Beatles. We have here a picture, which I'll turn to camera one, of the Beatles when Peter Best, not Ringo Starr, was the drummer for the Beatles. And reading from left to right, there is John Lennon and George Harrison and Paul McCartney, isn't it? And our own Peter Best. You see him there, but he hasn't changed a bit. See? Now, Peter, how long were you with the Beatles?
I was with them 2.5 years.
That was before they had the hairdos,
yeah,
right?
That was it.
Now I'm going to say the word, and I'm sure it's on everyone's lips. Why did you leave the Beatles?
Well, at that time, I, thought I'd like to start a group of my own.
Yes.
And I thought that at that time also that they weren't going to go as big as what they are now.
He figured this was an act with no future, and so he might as well pull out and start an act of his own. So, well, don't worry, no one's perfect.
Yeah, first of all, you introduce yourselves.
George Harrison, Paul McCartney, John Lepper,
Jimmy Nicol. The question we just had from one of the people in the audience is, were any of you in love?
Me.
Yes,
he's married. That's right. Yes, of course.
Does that put you in an exceptional position? Being married?
Sunday, yeah.
On Sunday. Would you want to get married, the others?
No, I don't like marriage.
Why not?
No good marriage. It's good.
What do you think?
I don't know yet. When I've got some more money.
Cost money to get married?
Well, you need a bit, don't you?
To marry?
You need a new suit and hat and that.
Is your wife expensive?
Quite. Yes. How much did she cost when you bought her? She was about £50 in Nairobi. But she was second-hand, wasn't she?
Was she second-hand?
Okay.
What did he say? Herman, nog een vraag graag.
Ja, hier is een jongen die wil daar meteen eigenlijk op aansluitend. Hoe vinden de Beatles de Hollandse meisjes?
What do you think of Dutch girls, as far as you've seen them? Any views?
Very good, yes.
Very good?
Very nice.
Excellent. Why?
What did you say?
Why?
Why are they good?
Yeah.
Well, all girls are good, actually, but I mean...
What makes a girl good?
What makes a girl good? I don't know, Oh, no, I'm just helping him.
Berend. Ja, die meisjes doen alles om bij de Beatles in de gunst te komen. U moet eens kijken, ze hebben zichzelf in geweldige Beatle-jurken gestoken. Ga eens even staan. En daarachter staat er nog een. Dat zijn dezelfde meisjes die vanmorgen in Volendams kostuum bloemen hebben aangeboden. Wie had er nog een vraag? Jij?
Ja, ik wilde dus vragen of de Beatles buiten dus Engeland of in Engeland zelf nog bepaalde favoriete bandjes hebben. Zoals Swingin' Blue Jeans, Dave Clark 5, Fred and the Dreamers of zo.
Ja.
Iets van die aard.
Ja.
Well, you heard the names they mentioned. Whether you have any favorites in England with a new band?
Searchers and the Rolling Stones we like. Very good.
Jij had nog een vraag, hè? Helemaal uit Bangkok. Nog een vraag.
Nee, ik had een vraag.
Oh, zij had een vraag.
Ik wilde vragen of Jimmy het moeilijk vond om die rol van Ringo zo ineens over te nemen.
You're on, Jimmy. Whether you find it difficult to take over the role of Ringo?
No, not really. No. As far as Ringo, I can never make up for what Ringo is.
How long will you be doing this?
Until next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Yes. So you're sort of understudy.
Yes, I am.
You think it's a great break?
Oh yes.
Excellent. Treating you good?
Marvelous.
Ja, dat hysterische gedoe, dat dus altijd bij een Beatle-optreden behoort te zijn. Vinden zij dat een bepaald nodig? Of hebben zij een bepaalde voorkeur voor een rustiger publiek?
I'm translating the questions.
Ja, dat moet je wel, Berend.
Whether you think that the hysterical public is necessary for your act?
Not necessary, but it helps, it gives a good atmosphere. We all love it.
Do you think it is hysterical? Because...
Some is. No, but it's nice when there's a lot of noise going on. It's like a football match. When there's a lot of noise going on, it's good. It's a good feeling. Goal.
Well,
yeah.
Why is it always the girls? The more girls who are interested.
In Paris.
No, that's good. Fellas,
If it was all boys, there'd be something funny.
Berend, daar kan ik namelijk niet bij komen met de microfoon, maar die wilde graag weten...
I think I more or less asked us whether you will go along with any change in taste.
No.
Well, you never know, because we have. Well, we gone along with yeah. We don't notice that ourselves, but people always say that we've changed a bit. We can't notice it, so we probably will change a little. But,
we wouldn't play trad.
We wouldn't do anything drastic, like you say, with a big band or anything like that, because we don't enjoy that kind of music.
You just do this kind of music because you enjoy it.
Because we like it. Well, that's the main reason. If we didn't, we'd give up tomorrow.
Did you enjoy the ride?
Well, funny standing there in your new coat.
Seeing as they got soaked, though, you know, we didn't mind.
We'd like to pay a tribute for you coming on the open cut in that truck round, because the kids have been waiting all night and they appreciate it.
Well, they deserved it, didn't they, waiting all night?
Yeah, I hope you're wearing drip-dry clothes, were you?
No, we thought it was going to be sunny,
George,
who selected the name the Beatles, and how did you derive this particular name with the BEA instead of Beatlemania?
Got the name Beatles ages ago, you know, when we needed a name and everybody was thinking of a name, and he thought of Beatles.
Why the BEA instead of the BE?
Well, actually, you know.
Well, you know, if they left it with BEE, it was hard enough getting people to understand why it was BEA, never mind.
Paul,
what do you expect to find here in Australia?
Australians.
Do you have any acknowledged leader of the group?
No, not really.
We heard you stood on the balcony outside, is that right?
Pardon?
We heard you stood on your head on the balcony outside.
No, we don't have to get some room.
You didn't stand on your head.
How do the tickets go in Hong Kong? Did you get full houses there?
Yeah. No, a few 5 quid seats.
Yeah, 5 quid less. Yeah, they were a bit hot, weren't they?
I would have heard it.
I would have seen me in for 5 quid.
No, I wouldn't.
I was not saying it.
You for 2 bob.
John, has the Mersey fleet changed since you've been playing it?
Oh, we still keep on saying there's no such thing as Mersey. It's something the press made up, you know.
Well, what do you play the same
roll.
way now as you did?
Just rock and roll, just so happens we write most of it.
Has Buddy Holly influenced your music at all, John?
He did in the early days, obviously, you know. But, no, well, not obviously, but you know, he's one of the greats. And that,
So did James Thurber, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, but he doesn't sing so well.
Have you been practicing up your Australian accent?
No, Carl, not at all.
We can't get it, you know. You think you'll be writing any songs with Australian themes?
Yeah. No, we never write themes about anything, you know. Just write the same rubbish all the time.
You play the kind of music you want to play, or the kind of music you think people want to hear?
No, we've been playing this kind of music for about 5 or 6 years, or something like that. It's just rock and roll, you know. It just happens we write it.
Well, what do you think made the difference that suddenly put you up above the other groups?
Well, we got a record contract.
Speaking of records, what record do you all agree on, generally, as your best recording? Not the best seller, but as the best recording musically.
You mean our favourite?
Well, we always like the one we just made, don't we? So it's Long Tall Valley for me.
This is your latest one?
Well, it's quite new, you know.
I like. It's not even the same. Sorry. I like You Can't Do That.
What do you like, Jimmy?
What about you, Jim? You haven't said anything.
Yeah,
How do you feel, Jimmy,
one.
being in with the Beatles?
Pardon?
How do you feel being in with the Beatles, the newcomers, standing in for Ringo?
It's a good experience, man.
How is Ringo?
He's much better. He joins them on Sunday.
What do you do then?
I go back to London and they're fixing up a band for me, and I do some television.
And he's away?
Yeah, you're progressing pretty well with your Beatle haircut.
Yeah, well, I've been growing it for about 3 months. But...
How long does it take to get a magnificent mane like this?
I don't know, I can't remember being without it.
Do you ever go to the bar then, John?
No, you know, I haven't had my haircut since the film. The woman on the film cut it good, but I don't trust anybody else.
This is the film Beatlemania, is it?
No, it's not called that. That's another story.
It's not Hard Day's
Night, it's called.
Are you satisfied with the finished product?
Well, it's as good as anybody that makes a film who can't act, you know.
The 4 lads from Liverpool are off again with the assistance of the justly famous Bobby. And against the background of thousands of screaming fans, the daily ritual of going to work is like taking your life in your hands. today's assignment is making their first movie, A Hard Day's Night, for United Artists. Behind barriers set up by police the night before, the fans urge their heroes on with the ear-splitting howl that has become a Beatles trademark. The location, Paddington Station in London, where the real business of movie making begins. The crew and director Richard List has busily set up shop. Different spots around the station, production assistants select eager extras for the thrill of their lifetime. They're going to be in A Hard Day's Night and doing what comes most naturally, chasing John, George, Paul, and Ringo, this time for the cameras. Imagine getting paid for all that fun. The production schedule is made to be followed, and even the Beatles have to stick to a timetable. They pack themselves off to the afternoon location where the second crew is getting ready for them. There probably isn't anyone in the world who hasn't heard of La Scala Opera House. Here is that famous theater, only this one is not in Milan. It's in London, and playing host to another mob, a movie company, and the inevitable Beatles. Somehow, the four whimsical wonders have been sneaked past the waiting crowds and enjoy a few moments of relative peace. To prove that wonders never cease, producer Walter Shenton corralled 1,500 youngsters to fill the seats and make believe they're enjoying themselves. An accomplishment soon to get almost out of hand when the big scene starts on stage. Enter the Beatles, the universal cue for mass mayhem. Several bows later, the Beatles' own version of A Hard Day's Night.
Last month, 75 teenagers from Pennsylvania petitioned Her Majesty the Queen to have the Beatles knighted. Well, this hasn't happened. But today I'm pleased to say that they have been made members of the most honorable order of the British Empire. Congratulations, John, George,
Thank you.
Ringo, and Paul. Tell me, how did you all react to this?
Well, I went...
Which means in sound.
Whoopee.
Well done.
Been able to, because of their tremendous popularity throughout the world, especially with the younger set, have been able to say whatever they wanted to without any regard for judgment or maturity or the wisdom of it. And no one yet has challenged them to any tremendous degree where it might count.
Oh, I still like them, I guess. I mean, I like the way they write, but every time I hear them sing, I can't help but think about what they said.
From their appearances and from the conglomeration of colors that they're involved, I couldn't identify them as whether they're actually white or black. I don't have that knowledge. I don't have any knowledge of their involvement in civil rights. The only attitude I could assume that they're interested in one thing, and that's the greenback dollar and what money they could get. If it would be popular to be black, I'm sure they'd consider themselves black. If it's popular to be white, they'd be white. All they're after is the fast buck that they can get.
It's the real thing because the hotel manager of the Whittier Hotel and the Muhlenbeck Hotel signs an affidavit certifying that this is the Beatle bedding they slept on and who slept on what sheet and was belongs to who, Ringo, George, or Paul.
Now, when you get these things cut up into 1 square inches apiece, what are you going to do with them?
Sell them.
I spent over $20 on their baskets and stuff.
Well, what is there about the Beatles that you like?
They're gorgeous. They're all beautiful. They got that certain something.
This is Doug Layton and Tommy Charles reminding you that our fantastic Beatle boycott is still in effect. Don't you forget what the Beatles have said.
Don't forget to take your Beatle records and your Beatle paraphernalia to any one of our 14 pickup points in Birmingham, Alabama, and turn them in this week if possible.
And the name of it is A Sprout of a New Generation. It shows Paul McCartney coming up from the earth, like grown, a sprout, a start, a new dawn. You see, the Beatles are the original. They started the look, everything. And they are the greatest group out. And here is, see, if you notice, he's like growing. And I like the oil paint, and I love to present his paints in the pool. And I love him to have it, and I love to meet him. Because,
Do you think you have any chance of meeting him?
Well, I don't really know. It's really a luck because a lot of people meet them because they know somebody. But I would like to give Paul this and show him I'm a true fan and that, you know, and that I wouldn't tear him apart, treat him like a decent human being, and that he's really the greatest in show business.
It sounds like you have sort of a crush on Paul McCartney.
Yes, that's true.
I just got it. Is he talking to us?
How are you?
It's the best actor.
I think Ringo is. Ringo.
I think you are.
Oh, no, I think you
No,
are.
you are.
No, it's you. Okay, still put those lights on. We hide it from... Oh.
No, we...
Yeah. We hide it.
We don't see it, really. Go
You
to
put
the
the
office,
bullet
you
in
know,
the furnace.
Oh, we pay a lot of taxes.
We pay a lot of taxes.
Yeah, that's why we pay a lot of taxes.
Ringo, do you have any time off in this tour? And if you do, what do you plan to do during the time off?
I think we have about 5 days off in LA starting Monday, and we're just going to sit around, you know.
You went into the stock market. How's your stock going? Up or down?
It's going up, I believe.
Yours? You never told me you got stuff.
I got your stuff. Oh, it's Melbourne, son.
Or start your own label, and if so, where is it going to be?
We'd never start our own label. It's too much trouble, you know.
You invest heavily in some other company that has the Beatles, or?
I don't know. That'll be all up to Mr. Epstein.
How long before your contract does terminate with Capitol?
I don't know. I don't even remember signing it. A year. It lasts another year. Oh.
Yes,
This is George from www. Hi, Jeff.
I'd like to ask you all a personal question about your hair. Mine's a little long, too, and how can you sleep at night with it that long?
Well, when you're asleep, you don't notice. True. How do you sleep with your arms and your legs still attached? Just the same.
We got used to it over the years, you know.
People have only had short hair since the World War, so they've been sleeping for all those thousands of years with long hair. How are you used to sleeping with it short? I don't know how you live. Maybe that's why we've been up every night for the last few years. Yeah, maybe that's why we have parties. That's it. That's it. We can't sleep with this long hair. Great. How do you mean stops for what?
Like a holiday.
Holidays.
In other words,
You mean...
two performances now and then will always be in the form of a grand tour.
It's not worth coming over for 1 or 2 performances. We may as well go to as many places as we can when we come.
Do you expect it to be annually as it has been?
Yeah,
I think so.
We don't really know. It's our manager.
Shazam.
Yes?
I got my start playing the drums from you. After I listened to you, I started playing them.
Oh, you'll never get anywhere if you listen to me. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was wondering how long have you been playing your drums?
About...
When you really started?
30 years, isn't it?
About 7 years now.
How old are you? I'm 14.
Well,
you're same age as us. Great. By the time he learns, he'll have a machine doing it.
Do you have plans of getting married in the future?
No, not particularly.
People with long hair, you know, you want to give in.
It's not a problem, I tell you. It's just as much a problem as having short hair, which to you seems like
it's
no
more
problem.
of a problem having short hair, having to keep it short.
Also, your stage costumes that you use, or apparel that you wear, this is evidently a trend. May I ask you, who does your catering for you?
A man called Douglas Millings.
Millings
he makes
of London.
them to what we order, you know, we tell him how to do it and he makes them. Or he tells them how to do it.
Or he tells them how to do it.
Pardon? Where are you?
What did he say? Oh, fine, thanks, fine. Am I on?
Hey, what's the name of your station? What's the name of your station? I didn't quite catch.
Hi, John. Hi, Paul. Hi, Rick.
Yeah?
Tell you that if you ever come to Omaha, you can stay at my house.
Oh, thank you. That's the best thing they've ever got, that. That's great, man. Yeah, it's fabulous. It's fab. That's marvellous. Well, that's mine. That's mine. It's fab, that. It's great. You got one for me?
I wish we had one for everybody.